Hey guys, it's Courtney from Will's Bloom, a sanctuary of self-care for female entrepreneurs, online at willsbloom.com and here on YouTube. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the moon sign in astrology, your personal moon sign, and what you can do to take care of yourself based on that moon sign. So all of us experience these moments in life where we're kind of down in the dumps for really no apparent reason at all. In these moments, I think it's really beneficial to take a look at where our moon is located in our astrology chart, in our birth chart, and determine what kind of activities would benefit us at the time when we're down in the dumps for just no reason at all. So I'm going to walk you through actually how to do that. So if you click on the link that's down below in the description, you can pull up a website where you can type in your name and your date of birth and the time that you were born and the location. This is going to pull up your birth chart. Then just look where the moon is located. There are two different things that you need to look out for. The moon is located in a sign, in a zodiac sign, and in a house. So the house is going to be the area of life in which your moon sign is going to feel most comfortable and most secure. And the zodiac sign is going to show the way that you express this energy. And the way you're going to feel the most secure is by expressing it through this manner. So I think I didn't mention, but your moon sign is actually your inner emotional landscape. It's what helps you feel secure and stable. And it really connects you to your emotional center. If you're curious about more content like this, like what your sun sign is, your ascendant, or anything else on your astrology chart, then I suggest watching the astrology basics video, which I'm going to link up in the cards and also down below in the description. Okay, so now that you've determined in which house and which zodiac sign your moon falls in, then you can listen out for those when I'm going to give a description of my recommendations for what to do to take care of that moon in that sign. So if your moon is in the very first house, it's going to be important that you take time alone and that you reflect. It's also wonderful to actually be moving your body, maybe do some yoga or running, because the first house is the house of self and the physical body. So connecting to yourself with lots of alone time where you can be intuitive and creative, that is a great way to feel more secure when you're feeling down. In the second house, this is all about your values. So practice self-love affirmations. It's also about your possessions and your money. So spending time budgeting or maybe buying something new if you like to, splurge a little bit. These are the kinds of things that will make you feel more secure. In the third house, it's all about your network and your community. So spending time talking to your friends or your siblings, or even writing like a short blog post. The fourth house is all about the home and family. So just take some time with your family. This is an easy one. Maybe you can actually practice some normal traditions if your family isn't around, some normal customs that you like to do. The fifth house is all about creativity and fun and hobbies and sex. So if you have your moon in the fifth house, just go have sex. Go practice your favorite hobbies. Play with children, run outside and be silly. That's the kind of thing that's going to make you feel really, really good. In the sixth house, it's all about your day-to-day routine, getting shit done. If your moon is in this house, you can just check things off your to-do list. Clean up the house, do some errands. Also in the sixth house, it's also about your physical body and your health. So eating healthy food, taking the time to savor your meal and picking out foods that are good for you, that's also beneficial. The seventh house is all about relationships. So taking some time with your partner, some one-on-one dates, that's gonna make you feel so good. And if you don't have a partner, think about, close friend or colleague or people that you work with. You need to connect with people. That is what your moon needs. If you have your moon in the eighth house, then you probably deep down like some weird stuff. The eighth house is all about the occult and taboo topics. So if you like to explore some of the darker things in life, that would be something that you could do to feel better. Maybe you like to watch murder mysteries or something, who knows? You can also explore investments and money because the 8th house is about big money or big business. So if you're feeling kind of down, maybe you can research how to do more investments in your free time. Doesn't sound that great to me, but I have my moon in Capricorn, which is all about working and stability, which I'll get to in just a second. The 8th house is also about psychology, so maybe you'll start taking up a new subject and learning more about humans and the way that we think. If your moon is in the 9th house, then you're probably going to feel amazing when you're traveling far, far away. This is all about foreign lands. And if you're not actually the person that likes to travel, maybe you're traveling mentally. Maybe you love to read a lot of books or study a lot of subjects in depth, like philosophy or religion, spirituality. You might also like to sit down and write a book. If you're feeling really down, just start a novel. That might be the great way to bring yourself out of that. If your moon is in the 10th house, then this is all that Capricorn work energy. So take time to work on your resume or something that has to do with your reputation in the world or your career. Maybe actually sitting down to just work will make you feel good. With your moon in the 11th house, this is about altruism, community, friendships, goals, hopes, and wishes. So you can take the time to journal about what you want to achieve in the next few years. Or you can go and hang out with a bunch of friends in a big group of people. Or you can volunteer. And lastly, in the 12th house, this is all about self-undoing, spirituality, mysticism, isolation. So people with the moon in this house need to be very careful that they don't, tend towards behaviors that are going to hurt them, like, drugs or I don't know, pornography, like some kind of way where you're escaping reality, but actually hurting yourself at the same time, things that are not in your best interest. So just be careful about that if you're feeling down in the dumps, to use the most positive expression of the 12th house, which is about maybe spending time in isolation. So you can go out in nature, go for a walk, or spend time in a cabin by yourself, or you can dive into spiritual topics, or even help others who are struggling emotionally. You can volunteer at a prison or at a hospital. These kinds of confined spaces is actually all related to the 12th house. So if you can use your emotional moon sign to help those people, then that would also benefit you, I think. Okay, so those are all the houses, which are pretty closely tied to the zodiac signs as well. So I'm gonna go through the zodiac signs, and I want you guys to observe where your moon is placed based off of house and zodiac sign and combine those two. So I'm gonna give you an example before I get into it. So my moon is in the 4th house in Capricorn. So that means that I like to spend a lot of time at home with family, working actually, and like planning for my future and setting goals and striving for things that I really want to achieve. Because the 4th house is all about the home and the family, but Capricorn is all about work. So I like to combine these two things. And actually, ironically, I work from home, which is not a coincidence at all, because that is what makes me feel safe and secure. So if that's the kind of thing that you enjoy, you'll probably also have your moon in the 4th house in Capricorn. So what you can do is look at where your moon is placed and combine those two elements or energies in your mind and interpret it yourself. So the very first zodiac sign would be typically related to the 1st house, and the last one would be related to the 12th house. So I'm going to go through them now. So the first is Aries, a very passionate and bold sign. For you guys, you have lots of fiery energy, so you need to be starting lots of activities, and you also need to be doing lots of physical activities. So go for a run, or maybe pick up a new hobby, or become a leader in some kind of position. That is going to make your moon feel very balanced. If you're a Taurus, this is typically related to the 2nd house, then you're going to just love some good food. You're really savoring your senses. Taurus is a very sensual sign, and kind of not a lethargic sign, but a very slow and stable sign. So that means maybe you just post up on your couch and watch TV and eat some amazing fruit and pizza and dessert and whatever else you enjoy. Taurus is also a really loving sign, so you'll probably be doing that with your significant other or with a close friend or family member as well. The next sign is Gemini, and this is quite the frenetic air sign. They like to think a lot. So if you have your moon in Gemini, then you're probably going to have a pretty overactive mind, and you're probably going to tend to process your emotions with your mind. So if you're feeling down, it's actually better to just let out all of those thoughts by journaling. If writing is not your forte, then even just being sociable and talking with friends and family about your emotions will help release everything that's kind of being pent up inside of you. If you're Cancer, this is related to the 4th house. That means that you're so loving and emotional. The moon is happy to be in Cancer because it's ruled by Cancer. So you're probably already going to be a pretty emotional person and in touch with your emotions. But what I would recommend if you're feeling kind of volatile or you're upset is to spend time with your family and spend time doing things that you really love at home. Leo is such a soulful and loving sign, so passionate. If you are a Leo, I would recommend spending time in front of people, getting attention, because Leos tend to like attention, or your moon will like when you have attention in some sort. They also love community, so you might be leading a group of people. That's a great Leo activity. Virgo is a methodical moon sign. So if you have your moon in Virgo, you're actually going to feel really good when you get things, when you check things off your to-do list, when you get things done, when you organize things, when you create processes for, your home life. So maybe you'll just go around and clean your house. Or if you're a moon in Virgo, you actually really love to serve people. This is such a beautiful sign. They're the servants of the Zodiac. So doing something for someone else, like volunteering or for a loved one, will make you feel a lot more stable, secure, and fulfilled. Libra is all about balance and harmony and partnership. So if you're a Libra, you really need to ground yourself by being with your partner, by being with someone very close to you. And also by creating beauty and harmony in your everyday life. So can you light a candle? Can you snuggle up with a really warm, soft blanket? I have a Libra in the 1st house, which means that it heavily influences the rest of my chart. And so I'm just obsessed with everything plushy and soft, like all the pillows and blankets at Target. I cannot go down the pillow and blanket aisle because I just want to pick up every single one. So if you're Libra, just surround yourself with all these comfy pillows and blankets and lay around with your loved ones. Which is kind of similar to Taurus, but you'll feel satisfied in the same way. Scorpio moon. So Scorpio moons, they're very deep people. So if you're feeling out of whack, then maybe what you need to do is have a really deep conversation with someone, like about the purpose of life or about your feelings about something that really taps into the depth of your soul. You also might like some dark stuff, so maybe you would like a psychological thriller, like a murder mystery or an escape room, something that is using your intellect and using your investigative skills, which you probably enjoy, but is also a little bit distracting and calming. If you're a Sagittarius, you are an adventurer at heart. Your moon sign, that means that you need to travel. You need to go somewhere far. You need to learn, you need to read. This is all the 9th house stuff, but Sagittarius is, going to feel better in those kinds of scenarios. They're also truth seekers and interested in spirituality or religion. These are typical topics. So finding out what's true for you will make you feel more stable. Or studying religion and, connecting with that in some kind of emotional way, that would be the Sagittarius moon sign coming out and feeling happy. Then we have Capricorn, which is where my moon is located. And actually the moon is not happy in Capricorn. It's it's just not happy there. The moon is more like the mother, the feminine energy. And although Capricorn is actually a feminine sign, it just doesn't like to be there because it has a very masculine kind of undertone to it. Like it's all about the authority and your career and getting things done and creating structure. But for someone like me, I like to plan ahead for the future a lot. So I'm constantly revising my goals and becoming more in touch with them. And that helps me feel stable and secure. I also love budgeting and love scheduling and all that kind of stuff. So that would be like a Capricorn moon kind of thing, creating more structure in your life to make you feel stable and secure for your future and for your present moment now. Okay, before we get to the last two, I want you guys to comment below, what is your moon sign? Where is it located? In what house and zodiac sign? And what's your interpretation of that? Like, what do you like to do for your self-care regimen? Because I would really, really love to know what all of your signs like to do. I also might comment below about what I recommend if you decide to comment. So the last two are Aquarius and Pisces. So if you have an Aquarius moon, you are very thoughtful about other people. You're somewhat emotionally detached, like you might have like a little bit of a distance to you emotionally, but your thoughts are always directed towards helping people and being very community oriented, very altruistic. So in order to make yourself feel more secure, you would benefit by volunteering. This would be a great thing to do. Or by doing something or creating something that is a little bit out there, because Aquarius is also kind of like that weird but yet innovative and revolutionary sign. So they're ruled by Uranus, which is that revolutionary shake-up planet. So do something to add a little Uranus to your life. Create something that is way out there and way different, and it will probably make you feel more stable emotionally. And the very last one is Pisces. Pisces is a very intuitive and emotional sign already. So what you guys can do is tap into that. And you can do this through many different forms, one of them being through art. I think that's a fantastic thing to do. All the Pisces friends that I have are very artistic, very unique, and I absolutely love that about them. So if you have a Pisces moon, you would benefit from producing some artwork, or by doing something that makes you feel intuitive. If you don't feel artistic in some capacity, because there's so many ways you can practice art, right? But if you don't feel artistic in any capacity, which I'd be surprised, then you can just tap into your intuition in any way that feels good to you. Maybe it's through spirituality, maybe it's through meditation, maybe it's through journaling or just going for a walk and thinking about things. But that would also make you feel much more stable as a Pisces. Okay guys, so that is all. If you want some interpretations of the mixed energies, then I suggest reading the full blog post, which I'm going to link down below. And if you're interested in more astrology videos like this, I'll also have a link for my astrology basics video and my monthly business energy based on the astrology. I'll have that down below and up in the cards. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned. Don't forget to comment about where your moon is placed and what house and zodiac sign, and I will definitely like or comment back. And if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, but most importantly, hit that notification bell, because that's how you're gonna get my content pushed to you each week. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.